Alright, let's hop into another Premier Draft for Ikoria. Some legends. Don't know what we'll be drafting today. I did get a chance to try out that solid footing deck. I don't think I built it very well. I had a lot of solid footings and vigilance creatures, but I didn't have any way to protect them, so after a strong aggressive start, my deck would basically flounder after they killed my solid footing characters. So I think that deck probably needs the solid footing as a backup plan rather than the main aggression plan. Something that you can do after they've already spent removal. You just need something else going on besides just solid footing, I think. Okay, so we could build a Giganta deck. Getting a free 5/5 every game probably is pretty solid. Baby Godzilla is pretty good for mutate decks. Could try Will of the All Hunter. That card's a bit of a blowout when you can get it going. Giganta probably is the most fun. I wonder how well you could build a cycling deck in draft. I've seen a lot of decks do it. You could just go for that. Drain of Stingers. I'm gonna take Will of the All Hunter for now. I think Magistrate's particularly good in draft, but I have seen it play a role in human-based aggro decks. If you can get stuff that pump humans, like the Sanctuary Lockdown, it's quite good. I do like my memory leaks for this format. That put us back in black-white, which I'm trying to not do every single time. Porky Parrot seems fun. It's probably not a great strategy, but we can look into it. I mean, red-white's good for creature-based decks with Will of the All Hunter, so could go well. Necropanther is an okay card. I've never really been super impressed with it, but I think it's got potential. I don't think I need to try them. Pyroceratops is always okay. Lord Drakus could be good here if we're doing Porky Parrot and removal stuff. This could be the opportunity to build around Lord Drakus. Last time I picked him, I ended up cutting him because I didn't have a mutate for it. But we can try and make that happen now. Just pick up a bunch of burn and... I don't know. Cycling spells just to get free draw when you mutate? Doesn't seem that great. Swallow Whole is probably good here. Clash of Titans is also quite strong. We'll take Swallow Whole. It's a little conditional to use. You have to let them tap something first, and it's only sorcery speed. But could be quite good with Lord Drakus, so let's keep an eye out for that. We are in 3 colors already, so potentially I can just mutate the Lord Drakus for red, so we might still just be in red-white. Vulpikeet was one I was hoping to get. Necropanther's not terrible. I don't really have any creatures or permanents though to pull back at that point. I think I want Vulpikeet. I don't really like relying on the mutation to play a card. I'd rather be able to straight up cast it. So I can get a Helico Glider, but I don't think that's going to be as good as just picking up a multicolored land for us right now. Because this will help us fit this Lord Drakus in, and if I get something else, then I can be pretty confident about picking some blue cards too. So far I don't think any coordinated charge. I might just want the Glimmerbell as a mutate target. It holds other creatures pretty well. Oh, and it's really good with Porky Parrot. We're doing it. Let's see. I think Frostlinks is probably our best bet here. Frostlinks is a really solid card anyways. Take the Serpent. He's pretty scary up at the top end. Good at cycling. This isn't really looking to be a cycling deck, but that's okay. We will be able to cycle this Will, though, if we're about to mutate with the Lord Dracus, just to get a free card. A little bad imitation of a Dream Heron. Oh, okay. That's gonna work pretty well. There was an Essence Scatter there that maybe I should have considered, but tempted to go for the land again, but I think this Blister Spit's fine. Also works well with Porky Parrot in some cases. May or may not play the Spell Eater. I don't think I want either of these. Yeah, I don't think I do. So we got Fiend Artisan as our rare. Don't need him. Escape Protocol doesn't do a lot for us right now, right? It gives us a way to protect our cards from removal, which is okay. But compared to Flame Spill, I don't think it stands out. I think just having Flame Spill as an option is very solid. So we could mutate this off of our blue. We're not going to do that. I think Gnar, it's important to be able to cast a 3 mana. So the Sabertooth is fine. We do need some stuff on the lower end of our curve right now. Spontaneous Flight's a good card, but it's not great if we don't have a solid, array of creatures. I think I won't be sad having the Sabertooth as an option. Or Gnar. We should have just start the draft assuming that we'll be in blue-green, because that's what I want to do all the time anyways, right? We can just use that as a starting point. Alright, these gremlins can be okay. I need to pick up more burn-based removal, if that's the case. I think Glimmerbell will also work well. Glimmerbell blocking with Will of the All Hunter was pretty good. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before, but turning your 1-3 into a 3-5 is pretty easy to make it happen. Just costs 4 mana to untap and block and cast Will. We'll take the Cloud Piercer for the mutate. And it's just a good solid body. You know, 5/4 with reach is good enough to kill a lot of the flying threats. And I guess if you mutate Lord Dracus, you can discard a card. I don't think the way triggers work, you'd be able to... Yeah, you gotta target the instant or sorcery, so you can't discard an instant or sorcery with Cloud Piercer and then return it with Lord Dracus all in one mutation. It'd have to be a multi-step process, which doesn't seem likely to happen much. That's 2 separate mutates onto the same creature. Alright, so you can do party-wide buff with King Caesar. It is a mutate card. I think I'd rather have heightened reflexes. Garrison Cat doesn't really appeal to me. This is, I don't know, this is not a wide deck that can take advantage of King Caesar. Maybe you could build like a Forbidden Friendships deck that would appreciate that sort of thing. The same deck that would use the Regal Venusaur. Let's see, Heatbonder is not particularly good for us. I don't really want another Lava Serpent. Keep Safe might be a reasonable pick. If we're going to mutate onto Porcuparrot, then we want to keep that investment around, and it's also pretty good. Well, it's okay with Blister Spit. I think Essence Scatter's better with Blister Spit. I'm going to take Keep Safe, though. I don't think I want another Lava Serpent. Maybe I do want another Lava Serpent. I might play another one if I find one. I think I do want this Clash of Titans, though. Or Paraceratops Clash. I'll take Clash. I haven't had a chance to play with it, but it does seem like it's pretty high quality removal. Okay, so I've got a couple creature options. Winged Terran is... I don't think I want that. I think I want something a little lower. Frenzied Raptor is pretty good at trading. I don't know if I'll play the Spontaneous Flight. It's a fine card for some decks. It's good on Pyroceratops. I think Facet Reader might be the one I want here. I've already got one Frostwing, so I'm not sure if I'm playing another. I don't really want the Helicoglider. This can let me put stuff into the graveyard to get back with Wardracus for free value. I don't think I would usually play Blazing Volley. So it doesn't matter what I take. It's the sideboard. In case I decide, pack 3, I really want green. I'd have to scrap a lot of this deck. Yeah, we get a Garrison Cat. I don't think I'm playing it. Too small. Aegis Turtle's reasonable, actually. It's a little weird saying that, but I think it's a good mutate target, and if you're a slower deck, then it blocks pretty well. Alright, Lava Ring Venture is pretty durable in draft. I don't know if it's better than Pacifism, but I will take it. Alright, we're one card over right now, so we'll have to cut something. I don't think I have enough mutate. So, more Porcuparrot. This will work well with the Glimmer Bells. I see that Gust of Wind up there. I kind of want the Gust of Wind as well. That'll be good with Blitzer Spit Gremlins, buying me more time. And it's cheap to untap the Blister Spit as well. So, let's see if we can make that happen. I don't think I'm going to play any of this. Momentum Rumbler is a reasonable card. Firefinder might be worth playing. I've stopped really liking Blade Banish. It doesn't hit a lot of things that I kind of need it to. Some things it deals with really well, but it doesn't do enough sometimes. I'll take the Ambush. I can cycle it, get it back later. Where would have thought would be okay in this deck? Got a number of non-creatures, but no, I don't think I'm playing any of the rest of this stuff. I have one Keep Safe, I don't want more. Yeah, we'll take it. I'll decide about that later. A lot of good stuff for us here. Of all of it, I think I like Pacifism the best. Boon is quite good. Take Pacifism. Okay. Divine Arrow, Vulpikeet. Vulpikeet's good. How much removal do we actually have? Swallow Whole, Pacifism, one Flame Spill. I would really like another Flame Spill. Clash of Titans. Don't have a lot. I'm going to take a Vulpikeet. I like to err on the side of having more creatures than fewer creatures. Catch for Shears. Fine. We'll figure out where we want that to go. Take the Raptor out. Actually, take the Spell Eater out. This other Pyroceratops. It's pretty good with Vulpikeet. I don't think we have enough instants and sorceries to really do Spell Eater Wolverine, so I don't know if I'll run both of those, but I think it's the most likely. A Shredded Sails. Nothing. So this deck looks to me like it's a lot of Porky Parrot. Is mostly what we've got going on. Blister Spit. Kind of dumb. Deals damage to an opponent. With Porky Parrot, that's actually incredible. I didn't notice that before. So this is a dumb combo deck, it appears. Right. Alright, got some gems. Okay, so let me take some of this out that got added at the end there. This tiger did get into the right spot. Okay, so we're well over where we want to be. Facet Reader is probably good. It doesn't mutate, but I think it's probably okay. Take the Aegis out, at least one Blister Spit out. I'm actually not sure about those heightened reflexes. The rest of our stuff's not particularly big. Getting first strike's not going to do a lot. It's a pretty good combat trick, though. Sails out. Alright, so we got 11, 15, 17. So we need to cut 2 more things. Potato Tiger's pretty good. Don't want that spontaneous flight. We're probably gonna try and win off of other things rather than flying damage. That being said, Vulpikeet might get us there, or it might get us 2 for 1. We'll find out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Alright, we have too many creatures. So let's start narrowing that down. Is Pyroceratops actually good on this deck? We've got 2, 3, 4. I don't know about these keep safes. They might have to go too. Pyroceratops is okay. I think it's just okay. I do want these keep safes because we're doing a dumb Porky Parrot combo. When I put that on to Thieving Otter or Blister Spit Gremlin, I kind of need it to stick. Do I want Whirlwind of Thought? We just counted and we don't have that many non-creature spells. But it would be nice to keep getting cards afterwards. I think the tiger is too important to cut. It's a good flying body in case we run into flyers. I don't want to drop too many of these things, but I think heightened reflexes can go. Maybe we only want one. Yeah, maybe we only want one keep safe. It really is a questionable card. It does an important thing for this deck, so we'll reconsider that. Maybe the right thing would be to cut Facet Reader. Okay, well, this will be interesting. We'll either get there with Porky Parrot or die terribly. I think this deck needed a couple more burn-based removals, some fire prophecies, that sort of thing. Oh, I can cycle the ambush. Don't have any white. Sure, we'll draw it. I've seen worse hands. I'm sure it'll be fine. They just have a 1-drop that will murder us. I have gained a life and countered your card. We got the Thieving Otter Porky Parrot combo, so I guess victory is assured. I guess I could have cycled the ambush and maybe played a Blister Spit Gremlin. Very used to cycling on their turn. Not necessarily a good habit to get into. Alright, so he is ramped, which means that we're going to be pretty behind. Go Thieving Otter. I am playing you with no backup protection on the pure assurance that you will not get Blood Curdled or Blitz Leeched or anything terrible. I'm sure it's fine. Since when does Thieving Otter meet an untimely demise before it gets to draw a card? Okay, he goes for the migration path. That gives us a clear opportunity to play a Porky Parrot onto our Thieving Otter and draw a card before we 2-for-1 ourselves. It also means what we're like. He's gonna have 7 mana next turn. I'm sure it's fine. Oh, let's do the thing. I could attack here. I'm pretty sure he would just chump block, and I'd rather draw the card. That card highlight keeps reading my Porky Parrot. He wants to kill it. So he's gonna plop down like a turn 5 Void Beckoner. Oh, it's an 8/8. I guess that's why we're gonna save our Lava Brink Venturer. Oh no, we gotta discard a card. My precious islands. Now we're never gonna get to 8 mana. Ow. Yeah, let's draw some good cards. Like a Capture Sphere. Cloud Piercer. And a Vulpikeep. Okay. Oh, those are very real. I mean, I think I just played them out rather than mutating things. They'll be good for Lord Dracus to draw me a card. Oh no, let's poke him. Get a land. It's cool. Let's make a big guy. He's got menace, so I'm not blocking him, but at least the Cloud Piercer could punch back. And I can actually just give him flying. Seems fine. Yep, you got it. I go to 11. I'm not winning this race. But I've got some card draw, so I might just find some removal. Oh, he has some card draw too, so that's great. Let's dig for answers. Keeping in mind he has spent no removal yet. Yeah, discard another card. How am I ever going to get to 8, 9 mana now? Okay, so since it wasn't mutated, I didn't get to draw a card. Clever. Let's see, so he's 5. If he doesn't have removal, I can Lava Brink Venture to block and trade with Cavern Whisperer. And that's kind of what I need to deal with right now, but I'm pretty sure he's got Blood Curdle. Or any mutate would make it difficult for me to block. Let's see. I mean, I've got 6 mana, so I can just go Thieving Otter, Venturer. So that's what I'll do. I've just got to get stuff back on the board. We'll pick odds that it can block Cavern Whisperer without taking damage. No attacks, because it wants to block here. If he doesn't attack, then I'll know he doesn't have removal. If he does attack, I think I actually want to just triple block. Because then killing any one of these 3 would not be sufficient to save his Whisperer, and he's invested a lot of cards in this Whisperer. Okay, well he doesn't have removal that he wants to play this turn. How much does it cost to mutate? So I could double mutate onto the Cloud Piercer and ditch both these mountains and ping off his glider. And then get killed, that would be very bad. Oh, Glimmerbell. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and mutate the Glimmerbell. Because every extra leftover mana I have next turn I can use to deal direct damage with the Porky Parrot. This might just get killed. Something's gotta die. He's got card draw. Can't just be entirely creature-based. I mean, I guess he's got more mutate. He can make me discard and put this back in my hand. But if all he's doing is bouncing my stuff, that's okay. It's the kill that's really going to kill me. He likes hovering over my cards. Alright. So he attacks with the Helica Glider. Don't really trust that. We're gonna do like this, because this looks to me like, well, Unlikely Aid is a very possible card. Yeah, I think that's more likely than removal at this point, because removal doesn't help this getting blocked. If he had direct removal and he wanted to swing the glider, he'd just kill the Porky Parrot. Well, that's not necessarily true. Alright, well, I still blocked, ate that piece of removal he had, so that's okay. And let's see, now we get to do some pings on the Cavern Whisperer. I think the Whisperer's dead. That Swallow Hole's really nice too. So we'll mutate onto the Porky Parrot. Now we can ping for 2, 4, 6 damage. So his Whisperer dies. We'll take a bit of damage on the swing back. This Terran has hexproof, and that's a problem for us. But if I swallow whole the Whisperer, that'll exile a lot of his cards, so even if he's got recursion. I think that's our best bet. We'll get rid of the Whisperer by tapping the Venture. That makes the Venture a 4/4 that can block the Terran. Until he makes it bigger with something, like, like Primal Empathy. That's too bad. Plus it probably won't untap, because they'll probably use a Sleeper Dart. We'll go ahead and kill the Helical Glider. No attacks. Alright, we got 4 damage on him now, or something he plays. He's gonna have to kill this Porky Parrot, or else it's gonna be a very big problem for him. This Terran gets very big. I think I'm just gonna chump block with the Thieving Otter. Well, if he attacks... No, if he attacks me, then the Otter can get in for 2 damage. So, let's keep the Otter alive for now. Alright, so we gotta land in something. Pretty good news for us. Feel pretty good about how this is going so far, but things could turn around. Specifically, if I end up having to block his Wingfold Terran with my Porky Parrot, any combat trick at that point would kill the Porky Parrot. And I'm not really willing to risk that. Okay, so he doesn't attack. He wants to block the Thieving Otter. That's fair. It's very good news for us, though. Thanks. I thought of it myself. By that I mean I got past a bunch of Porky Parrots and Glimmerbells, so... can't pacifism that, so we'll just sit tight. We're in a pretty good spot. He did let my Venture untap as well, which is fair if he's not planning on attacking. Let's just see how far a Porky Parrot can get us. I thought he might have that ultimatum. Alright, so he's gonna get some things. We're gonna pacify one of these things. If it's a creature, I guess. So we want to give him as little value as possible, and only bodies. Mutate cards are dangerous because they can go on the Terran and I won't be able to deal with it. So let's do your best monocolored stuff. Hopefully it's not like 2 pieces of direct removal. I mean, I guess so. That's what's in his deck, so he gets whatever he wants, right? That's no good. I think the Primal Empathy is probably going to carry him to victory at this point. Alright, Shore Shark, Vulpikeet, and Great Horn. Well, the Great Horn's fine. He can have that. Vulpikeet gives him flying. Oh. I have... Okay. Well, that's great. I gave him the 2 that I didn't want to have. That's not nice. So I need something with, like, Death Touch. I don't exactly have any of that. I'm not sure what I can do that'll deal with this Terran. Other than maybe outrace it. He doesn't have lifelink. He's about to lose 5 health. This is actually very, very dangerous for him. But he does get to bounce 2 of my things. Oh, he's playing the short shark. Okay, he's just casting them rather than mutating. Okay. That's fair. So, let's see. Patagia Tiger gives him... He's protection from odd, right? I can't target him with Patagia Tiger. Awkward. Even... Yeah, if this were even, I would be doing a lot better. However... The tiger's still a flyer. I can pacify his Vulpikeet next turn and attack in the air. So, let's see what he draws. He needs a mutate, which is not too hard to ask. I would love a flame spill. Could just top deck that. Lord Dracus would be nice too. Yeah, get back Crossveil Ambush. He's thinking. Gotta be careful when you're at 1 life. Oh. Alright, well we probably just lose now. I think that's pretty good. Dirgebat is dangerous. Maybe he'll, yeah, I can't pacify the Wingfold Terran. Alright. Flame Spill. Keep safe. That is not exactly what I need. So he has the ability to tap down one of my guys, swings for 8. If I pacify the Shore Shark, I might not instantly lose. At this point I do need to draw Flame Spill though, that's the only way I win. Oh. Wait, no, yeah, he had the Terran up. I was like, oh, did I just fail to attack into 1 blocker? But no. Attacking would have been foolish. Hopefully he targets one of my guys with some removal or something and I can draw an extra card off to keep safe. Oh, or I'm going to... If he put it on the Vulpikeet, he would have killed me. Maybe he has something else. Maybe he has another mutate onto the Shore Shark. I mean, or the Vulpikeet, whatever. Alright, well, he was less worried about lethal this turn and more about getting rid of what was in my hand. I guess he could have been afraid of a Divine Arrow. I guess that's fair. Alright, we got 1 more draw. Flame Spill or Bust. Glimmer Bell. Does that buy me a turn? It shouldn't. We'll see if he gets it, though. He has to tap down my Otter this turn, and then attack. We lose. That's fine. It did decently. Like I said, needs more direct damage removal. We got... Well, Capture Sphere wouldn't have helped against the Wingfold, but would have helped against the rest of it. Would have been nicer if I hadn't given him the Pouncing Shore Shark. Alright, once again we do not have the colors of lands that we would like, but let's get turned around, just draw one mountain and we're looking good. Go, Glimmerbell. Get killed by Plummet. If he goes turn 2 Plummet, I'm just gonna, I don't know, give up on draft. Okay. I mean... Okay... This feels really dumb. Probably would have been better just to wait and not do it. Just have 2 Vulpikeets out. Divine Arrow. Yeah, I mean, Divine Arrow would have been a huge risk. I don't think that was the right play. Turned out okay so far, but... Ugh. So he hasn't killed the Vulpikeet yet. There's a strong argument to be made for just going all in since he hasn't played an answer on it, but maybe he doesn't want to spend his pacifism early. Oh, this is a lot of good damage. We're going to mutate onto the Glimmerbell. We'll go over, pumping it up by 2, I believe. Swing for 7. And then I can get another 2 in with the Porky Parrot. That's fine. He is tapped out. Let us eat a Great Horn. I think he's just made a couple play mistakes here. Not having hard removal for my stuff is really bitten my opponent. Well, I think it's over. Yeah, we'll just we'll do the untappies, the burn, the untappies. Porky Parrot and Glimmerbell is pretty great. It's everything I dreamed of, guys. And that's why Keep Safe needs to be in this deck. Alright, Tier 1 Silver. We're playing with the pros now. We gotta win. 1-1. Okay. We got the Facet Reader, we can cycle one of these mountains. I still want to just go turn 1, or turn 2 Facet Reader, get that going. Against a Izzet cycling deck. Looks like he's looking for some of his colors. Oh, I like that flame spell. Okay, so Blister Spit, and then end of turn we'll cycle Or discard a card with Facet Reader. That's a lot of cycling. I wonder if he has Lord Dracus to use all this, or Spell Eater Wolverine. I'd be fine Spell Eater Wolverine, I can just flame spill that. Let's toss this mountain. Oh. I'll toss the mountain. And cycle Frostveil. I like Vulpikeet. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this Potato Tiger because I would really like to hit my lands. And we did. So we're so good at this game. Let us attack with the Blister Spit. Kind of expected that to run into a Deadeye. This mana seems suspicious to me. I'm just gonna play a Glimmerbell. I think he's waiting for a good target to kill. I think that was Blood Curdle to see if I played anything important. Glimmerbell apparently doesn't warrant it right now. He might change his mind. So he's either in 4 colors or just is cycling as a cycle. I am suspicious. Best thing to do right now, I think, is just get the Glimmerbell value. We'll put it on there, over, attack with everything, and then I can untap and ping. Alright, so we found his planes. So I think we can assume that this is a Zenith Flare deck then. He must have found a lot of Zenith Flares. And by a lot I mean like 1 is kind of all you need to go this ham on it. Okay. Well, let's attack and see what happens. He's at 6 now. Divine Arrow. Okay. Well, I can get 2 more damage in and leave myself with 2 mana this turn. Or I can just eat it. I think I'll just take the damage. I'd rather play Vulpikeet this turn. I was hoping that was going to be a Blitz Leech, but no dice. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in cycling. Guess it's a Divine Arrow. Sorry to have another one. With this much direct removal, it's not a good idea to stack up mutates. That being said, had I mutated, the Vulpikeet would have survived. But it could have just died to something else. Okay, so he's got a Janeth Healer now. So I really can only attack with this. Divine Arrow. Exciting. Okay, so I can Flame Spill now. I don't know if that's good. It'll put him down pretty low though, but Zenith Flare would be a real problem. This much cycling, I have to assume he has it, but I don't know if he's drawn it. Let's just... Before he gets a lot of health off of this healer... Oops. Bad in this game. Alright. Okay. I didn't want him to do any Go for Bloods either. Alright. You got it. Mythos of Snapbacks. It's fine. Facet Reader's pretty good in this situation. Alright. Well, hopefully his last card is a threat that he wants to kill me with. And a Stinger. Oh, it's not exactly what I wanted to see, but that's okay. Get rid of the plains or the island. Alright, there's our captures to your target. I don't know about that. And it is a big creature, so if he attacks me this round, we're doing pretty good. He did not. So let us cycle. Lava Brink Ventures. That's 3, that's 2. Oh. Makes things easy. So I'll give it prots from Odd. Blister Spit. And let's see him pull out another Mythos of Snapbacks. Just 2 of them. Zenith Flare is still quite good. So we've got Cyclone, so you could play some cycling stuff. Is that why all the cycling's in here? Even though he doesn't have blue, so that he can play random Hampering Snares? I guess he wants to Hampering Snare into Frostveil Ambush. Okay. That doesn't seem that great to me. Oh. Let us continue. Card. Yeah, it's fine. This should just eat the Drana Stinger. Didn't block. Okay. Well... I don't... If he had Burn, casting the Will would be a waste of the Will of the All Hunter. So he's gonna go get an artifact. Alright, he has no artifacts to get, so he just doesn't even draw a card off of it. Alright, good game. Yeah, so I held that back because if he had Zenith Flare, he could gain life in response and kill my Blister Spit, and I would be very much further away from killing him. Whereas if I waited for him to cast Zenith Flare, which he would have had to do after I attacked with all of my characters next turn, he would have had to cast Zenith Flare, and then I could just kill him. So I wanted to play it just a little bit safer. I'm pretty surprised he didn't block with the Stinger, though. Going down to 2 when I have at least 1 damage on board, at worst, like at best for him, he was dead next turn before combat. So, I don't know. I don't know what his thought process was, other than there's a single card I could draw that'll save me, so I don't want to throw away my resources. Maybe he was just banking on drawing Zenith Flare. It's not good. Yeah, maybe I should have kept this. I need to draw lands or else I'm just gonna lose. Mulligans once. Okay, well, let's go with the Blister Spit. I drew a land, so that's nice. I can mutate Vulpikeet onto the Blister Spit. I don't know if that's a good play, though. I'm just gonna attack. I don't think I'm gonna mutate. I think if he's mulliganed once, we might just be able to play out our cards sideways. Just make a bunch of creatures. He won't have the cards to deal with all of them. Let's see. I will play a Vulpikeet over here. Really like to burn that Fertilid, but our deck did not bless us with much direct damage, so... Okay. Well, that Clash of Titans could be pretty good soon. Actually, I think this is a good opportunity to, well... No, the Cloud Piercer is just gonna trade with the Wild Bonder if... Yeah, if it seems good. Huh. Can't play the Cloud Piercer. I can just play the Porky Parrot, though. Or I could mutate it. Oh, I don't know what to do in this situation. If I had one more mana, that would be fine. I think we're going to Capture Sphere on his turn. The Wild Bonder. That seems fine. Buy us some time. If I can get another land, then I can start doing some better stuff. Well, we may have messed up. That's okay if you... Oh man, that's pretty big. I was gonna say, if he plays another big creature, we can Clash of Titans it, but that is quite big. Should have just played the Porky Parrot, I think. Let's play a Sabertooth. Doesn't block very well, but if he attacks, then we can swing back, I think. So, hopefully he tries to play some removal on our stuff and we can keep safe it. That'd be ideal. But in his spot, I think I would just attack and play a creature. Maybe not. Maybe this is Fire Prophecy. Oh yeah, could be. Yeah, this is presenting enough damage to him that he can't really afford to attack. Another Blister Spit. Let's keep on doing the same thing. Just gave him a free turn of ramp. That's not great, but it looks like we're both a little stuck on mana. However, being stuck at 5 is a lot better than being stuck at 4. He could just go get all of his lands, I guess, with this Glowstone Recluse on the Fertilid. That's pretty neat. Alright, he's gonna gain all the life. Oh, that's great. He's gonna gain all the life that our Blister Spits can steal. Does he go for combat now? No. Let's well, we got a land. I will take it. Yeah, I think I'm still just Blister Spitting. I don't think I want to play Porky Parrot yet. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, we found our Titans, our Clash of Titans play. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to kill the Recluse as well. Unless I Porky Parrot, but I don't have the mana. Curses, I should have Porky Parroted last turn. Can't just let him get a 6/6 though. Yeah, I think my only hope is that he attacks with the Glowstone Recluse as well. Seems good. Flycatcher Durapid. It's gonna block pretty much anything I do. Oh, do we get lucky? Interesting, he doesn't swing with the Crasher. I wonder if he has something. Plus... If he's got that +3/+3, then I need to do it like that. If he's trying to put the trample counter on it, then I don't want it to be... Basically, the spell I'm worried about is +3/+3 and gains trample. And if that's the case, then I need the extra damage on the Glowstone Recluse so that they kill each other. Now, unfortunately, if he has that spell, his Quartzwood Crasher is going to survive. It'd be really clever if he had enough mana to drop the Recluse down to dead so that it doesn't kill the Crasher. Didn't really think about that. But the good news is it looks like... Oh, it's small enough now so the Crasher doesn't die. Alright. Okay, well, that's a problem. Let's see. Well, I've got Keep Safe mana up, so I don't think he can afford to attack with a Crasher now. Problem is he has a bunch of mana and land, and cards in hand, so the only way I really recover from this is if he tries to play Ram through, and I can counter and Keep Safe and get a tempo swing back. I think we've lost, though. Okay. Alright. I don't think it's good. I think that he still has that +3/+3 and trample card in his hand, is what I think. I think even though I'm assuming he has it, I still have to block with the Porky Parrot on against his Destroyer because the Evercool Phoenix, because I can't afford to just lose my Cloud Piercer. If he has it, then I basically just lose anyways, so I might as well make him have it. It looks like he doesn't want to, so that's nice. I don't know what really digs me out of this, though. Swallow Whole is nice. It is good. Maybe him not having combat tricks is what digs me out of this. Alright, so he gives something trample. Okay. Flame Spell. Oh, I've got a lot of good Flame Spell targets. I'm not sure what the best one is. Hornbash Mentor is a very good one, because that keeps the Flycatcher from getting insanely strong. The Heat Bonder is okay, because that lets me do 1 more damage a turn against him. Destroyer is also reasonable, because then I can fly in for damage. I think I gotta play the long game here. I'm just gonna do this to the Mentor, keep his Flycatcher from getting too big, because it combos with the Court Switch Crasher. On the other hand, I could have swallowed whole the Hornbash Mentor. I probably should have considered that. Maybe I should be swinging with the Porky Parrot too, because Destroya doesn't seem to be able to pump up enough to kill the Porky Parrot, else he'd be attacking with it. Oh, okay, well that's not good. Just gets to mutate and put more stuff with trample. Alright. I think that's okay. Yeah, it gets big, and if he plays the Hornbash Mentor, then he gets a big trample-y. But I can exile it if it attacks. Oh, please swing. Oh, yes, we're so lucky. Yes? No? All the luck? Maybe. If you were to attack with it, I probably would have played the Hornbash Mentor first for the Quartzwood Crasher 6/6. Okay, he didn't. That's too bad. We did not get all the luck. Maybe I'll get a Frostveil ambush, then I'd get all the luck. Frostveil would be pretty nice right now. Vulpikeet. Okay, so Vulpikeet can go on the Porcuparrot, start pinging for 2 each turn. I'm not sure that's great. It does accelerate my clock. Playing it as a separate creature doesn't seem to do much for me. If I play Porcuparrot now, then I will... This is mutated off of a Vulpikeet, so I'll get a pretty big creature and I can just attack. Will he kill me on the backswing is the question. Quite possibly. No. We'll see if this makes him hold off a turn on attacking with Destroya. Makes sense. Oh, cycling. Oh, casting Greater Sandworm also seems pretty good. Alright, so Glimmerbell. Okay, if he doesn't block my Porcuparrot, he dies, right? Yes. So let's do that. Oh, it's got reach over here. That's okay. Oh. Is it? Not really. Losing the Porcuparrot entirely is very bad. That was a terrible mistake. We'll kill the Flycatcher. There, that's the card that I thought he had the whole time. Unfortunately, I don't really have a way to counter it. Yeah, we're just gonna lose now. He's gonna get a really big trampoly creature. Even if I can exile this, well, how much life is he actually gonna gain? Got a lot, but I can... Not really. You're gonna ram through one of my guys? You're welcome to try. I guess he's got to have ram through. That's why he's been trying to build up such a big trample creature. Interesting. No, it's fine. I really wish that I could have killed that Flycatcher, though. that I had not attacked. Okay, so even Frostveil Ambush wouldn't win the game now, right? Lord Dracus. Clash of Titans? Flame Spill? Flame Spill gets me 1 point of damage in. That's pretty embarrassing. Let's see. This goes down to 7. I play 2 more spells for pretty much all my mana. Puts me down to 5. I don't think there's a way for me to sneak 5 damage through, though. If I got Clash back, I could get rid of Flycatcher. That still wouldn't really get me any damage through, though. Yeah, and I think we just lose. There's not really any way to do it. If I hadn't thrown away that Vulpikeet, this would be a different story, but I forget that he had reach. Okay. Swallow Hole, not a great piece of removal. Sometimes it's good, mostly it's bad. And Keep Safe, as usual, entirely worthless. But the moment you take it out of your deck, they're like, yeah, take Flame Spell, Fire Prophecy, Capture Sphere. I mean, that deck probably was running at least 1 ram through, we just didn't see it because he never had to play it. Although I think he could have won a lot faster if he had. I mean, obviously not because we had Keep Safe up, so maybe he was playing around that. There's not a lot going on with this hand, but we've got a Glimmer Bell and a Will of the All Hunter, so maybe we can block with it and get a big guy. Ominous Seas. No attack. Alright. Sure. Capture Sphere doesn't really do anything to this, so we'll see if he has a good answer. Flame Spell will be pretty good here. But if it's not Flame Spell, I don't know. It's not a lot that'll answer it. Okay, well, there's a good argument to get rid of Baby Godzilla right now. And that is, if he mutates, then he gets extra counters on Ominous Seas. I think I'm just going to go with attack, untap, block Pyroceratops, and Will the All Hunter. And hope that I don't get blown out. I think he's going to be disappointed. Alright, well, let's punch him in the face. Just trying to decide if I want to Porky Parrot. We won't. I'll just untap. Alright, he has a blocker next turn. He's quickly trying to get to an Ominous Seas Kraken. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that was going to go well for him. Without some sort of removal that had enough reach to kill that creature. He would have had to get the Rumbling Aftershocks, or whatever it's called. Rumbling Quake. Deals damage equal number of lands he has. Other than that, I'm not sure there was something big enough to kill the full Pekit. This could get there. I've got 2 Cyclers I'm not afraid to throw away to get more cards. Okay. Well, that's something. Not a good something. To cycle or to play Blister Spit. I kind of want to keep the Will, so I'll give it another turn. I'll play the Blister Spit out instead. Let's attack. And let's cycle. I don't like cycling, but I really don't like missing land drops. Alright, well, we didn't get there. We drew a bunch of cards and failed. This might be it. Place a Hornbash Mentor with nothing going on. And we have, yet again, no land. If I draw that, if I draw an island or a mountain, I'm putting Lower Dracus onto a Blister Spit just to draw. To get back my card with cycling. I might actually just Flame Spill though. Him getting his 3 cards off of Reconnaissance is good. This is really dumb. You got it. Great, an Archipelago. Looking forward to it. Let's see. Belgor is odd, right? I don't need to Lord Dracus this turn. If I continue not drawing land, then I can Lord Dracus next turn. So I'm going to... I don't think there's a blue flash. There's nothing at 2 that'll jump in and kill this. Ram through, but I can't stop that. That's not based on me attacking. Alright. Lava Brink Venturer. Essence Scatter? Go for it. Got him. Alright. Whatever. I'm not dead yet. Okay, so you can Archipelago next turn. Onto that, so that's 10 damage. Really need that Capture Sphere. So Flame Spill is pretty good here. Because Flame Spill can kill whatever he mutates onto. And that will save me some damage. Although I still need to just draw a Capture Sphere. I'm gonna go to 1. Because everything hinges on me getting a blue. I'm gonna counter it. Got him. Alright. Well, let me tell you, counterspells are really good when your opponent doesn't have any mana. I think we're about done here. The problem now is even if I do get my islands, he's got 2 creatures, so even tapping down 1 with Capture Sphere means that the other will be Weedle. So actually I think I just lose. That's fine. Whatever. Completely got mana hose there at the end. It's always next draft. I think I did most of my quests though with this, so that's fine. Went 3 and 3. Not great, but we can try again. I will have another draft up for us on Wednesday, and we'll be back on Friday. I don't think the Mardu deck I've got is ready yet, but I want to work on a Gruul Trample deck. I think there's a lot of potential for just straight aggro right now. So we'll see how that works. I will have that up on Friday like usual. We'll see you then.